right, y'all, we back with another reaction right here on ABP Reactions, and right now we finna see what happened when a Florida rapper went to Puerto Rico and ended up losing his life. Let's go.
Trying to change my ways, stuck in this phase, I'm dying slowly, trying to count my days.
But if I got to, I want the big one, I want the big one, I want the big one, I want the...
Is Puerto Rico safe? Generally, yes.
Since Hurricane Maria tore through Puerto Rico as a near Category 5 hurricane, the hurricane killed at least 3,000 Puerto Ricans, even more by some counts, and significantly impacted, if not obliterated, the island's
Damn, 3,000 people,
grid,
rest in peace.
leaving many without running water and without power for months.
Fam, my first time going to Puerto Rico was like many tours' first time. You find out a whole lot quick. One of the first things that stood out to me the most was at night on my way to the resort, no one stopped at a red light. I thought that was crazy, but it's true. We got to the resort. At the front desk, I asked the receptionist, why was no one stopping at the red light today? She looked at me in my eyes and she asked me, do you guys stop at red lights at night? And I thought she was joking, but she was dead ass. And that told me everything I needed to know to stay on point even more while out here in
We ain't
PR.
stopping at no
Nonetheless,
red
I got
lights.
the memo early. Some people don't. Some people just ignore the red flags, just like they do at home. And within the last 24 hours, a once aspiring rapper had decided to go to the PR
It
to
looks
get
very nice right here. It looks very nice.
a peace of mind. After going to a strip club, having all his jewelry, broadcasting lots of money, throwing it on the strippers, he was followed, leaving the strip club, robbed, and killed. Today we're going to identify who this man is, pay our respects, go over the details that's released to the public thus far, and see how many of us can learn from this situation, especially going to some of these places that's considered outside or even inside the U.S. But before we go over this one, I want you guys to remember, I don't give you no angle. I just give you the story. So with that being said, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We're going to jump right to it. Now, fam, as mentioned, we're going to Puerto Rico. And some people feel it's dangerous at night. And why people run red lights? Well, in certain neighborhoods, especially part of San Juan, Carolina, Ponce, it's common local knowledge that if you sit at a red light late at night, that's not folklore, that's survival behavior. Here's why. Carjackings and robberies do happen at intersections after dark. Some crews specifically watch stopped vehicles. Locals know which lights are safe, which aren't. Police response times can be long in high crime zones, so locals treat red lights at night like yield signs. Slow down, check, and keep moving. Not because Puerto Rico is lawless everywhere, but because enforcement isn't consistent. Now, for those wondering, is cartel activity in Puerto Rico? Well, not Mexican-style cartels, but organized drug crews absolutely exist. Puerto Rico is a major drug tranship hub between South America and the U.S.
Puerto Rico.
U.S. territory. Easier movement of people and goods. A prime route for cocaine, fentanyl, and weapons. When it comes to being flashy, wearing jewelry makes you a target. This is the part people from the mainland underestimate.
I think it's common knowledge, like, you don't go to Puerto Rico and DR and all that iced out with chains out unless you got protection when you out there. As far as, like, you know, not just you having a gun, but, you know what I'm saying, the protection of the people out there is, you know, shot callers or cartel or whoever the hell you got. Somebody, but you can't be out there high-siding and just with your homeboys and y'all ain't got no pistols and y'all just out here having a good time chasing hoes. You know what I mean? And you out here throwing money and doing all this. You got to be on point out there. Them niggas ain't playing. I mean, you learned the hard way.
I'm from the U.S. with heavy chains, watches, designer bags, rental cars, mainland accents. You immediately read as, has money. Not from here. Doesn't know the rules. There's opportunity, not hatred. Criminals aren't looking to crash out. They looking for easy, fast licks or low resistance. Tourists visiting Americans don't know which streets to avoid, don't know local warning signs, and don't know when to keep moving. That's why locals dress low-key at night. Puerto Rico is part of the U.S. but still feels abandoned. This is the uncomfortable truth. Puerto Rico is a U.S. territory, not a state. Residents are U.S. citizens, but they can't vote for president. Infrastructure is underfunded, and federal response is often delayed or limited. After Hurricane Maria, people saw it clearly as slow aid, political excuses, decayed power grid, and police shortages. Not to mention economic pressure.
Since Hurricane Maria tore through Puerto Rico as a near Category 5 hurricane, The hurricane killed at least 3,000 Puerto Ricans, even more by some counts, and
that's
significantly impacted, if not obliterated, the island's electrical grid.
Goddamn hurricanes
Leaving
don't be
many
playing,
without
man.
running water and without power for months, almost a year in some cases. And as we find ourselves at the peak of hurricane season, questions remain if the state can still count on government response to a disaster given recent FEMA changes from the past few months.
Is Puerto Rico safe? Generally, yes. It's a very safe place to visit. I've traveled to many places in the world, and after living here for just a few months, I can say with confidence that it is a safe place. Now, there are some dangerous areas that are well known.
That's everywhere, though. You know what I mean? It's everywhere. Anywhere where it's poverty, there's going to be some destruction. There's going to be niggas that want to hit licks. It's shit. Niggas is starving. Niggas' tummies is aching, man. Shit, I got to eat. That's anywhere with poverty. It don't matter, shit. You come to L.A., niggas, places out here, you wearing your jewelry and throwing money like that, niggas will follow you home. Like, and I'm sure a lot of y'all who watching in y'all city, it's the same way. It's places where you know, nigga, you better not come over here with all this jewelry on throwing money and you ain't from here and you ain't rolling with nobody from here. Nigga, use a lick. That's in any city, any state. Nigga, it's a certain way you move. And then when you go out the country, you should know. Most importantly, don't go out the country. Like, you far from home, nigga. You for sure ain't got no thing on you. Your homies can't pull up, nothing. You far, but then leave your jewelry at home, nigga. Unless you know, you rolling proper with the right motherfuckers around you.
Like La Perla, which has been in the news. And if you avoid these areas, you will not have any problems. In my opinion, the places that are not safe are the narrow, rural roads at night. If you are a tourist and you're driving at night on a rural road, go slow because there are few lights on these roads. The roads have tight turns and unexpected hazards. Some turns may not have guardrails, and cell service may be limited in these areas, so be careful there.
And a young man from West Orlando, Florida, was an aspiring rapper who made it retired before he was 30. Had millions of views before he was 21 years old and went by the name Scoop Banks. 7 years ago, he made his mark in the rap industry when he did a song in a collab with J.D. Youngin.
So trying to take the pain away. Pain for me, I don't need nobody trying to change my ways. Stuck in this phase.
What's up, man? What's up?
Hey, chillin', man. I'm
we
chillin'.
live out here in West Orlando. Already.
You did. Y'all been on the radar for a little minute, man. You know, I've been compiling this top 10 Orlando artist list, man, and y'all niggas done came across the desk, man. So how y'all feel like y'all compared with the other Orlando artists on that top 10 list? What do y'all feel like y'all place each other?
Well, shit, you know, a nigga just grateful to be on that motherfucker at this point, you feel me? I feel like all the artists out of Orlando snapping, you feel me? Everybody snapping, man. Just to be, everybody doing their thing. You know what I'm saying? Just to be mentioned in that little top 10, you feel me? It's just what it is right now.
Just
trying to show love to everybody in the city, you feel me?
Now, that interview was 7 years ago, and since then, Scoop Banks has been taking another route, trying to become an entrepreneur and stand out the spotlight. But he did the opposite thing when he went to PR to celebrate and try to clear his mind. On the second day of February of 2026, his friend went to Facebook and said the following. Lord Bro was in PR trying to get a peace of mind with a few other people. Those people had jury, etc. After they left the strip club, got followed in the Uber, robbed, and he was one of the ones that got murdered during a robbery.
Damn. Wait, there was an Uber in Puerto Rico? Oh, yeah, they slipping. They big slipping. Wait, okay. All right. After they left the strip club. So y'all niggas in Puerto Rico, y'all going up. Y'all know how this shit go. Bitches that work in the strip club be worse. They be working for the niggas. So they like, hey, there's some American niggas in here. They balling. Y'all might want to either pull up or follow these niggas when they leave. This what it's 5 of them. They got chains on. Y'all know how this shit go, man. Them strip clubs. They gonna hit the nigga outside if it's niggas in there with paper that's slipping. Hey, they over here, they playing with a bag right now. And the niggas was outside waiting on them. They hopped in the Uber, drunk. Probably going home, thinking it's cool. We just had a good night, not knowing. This nigga's right there behind you, following you. Put that thing in your head. I need everything. You don't know what the fuck they saying. I mean, you may depend on what they speaking. You know what I'm saying? It can get ugly, man, fast.
When you looked on Scott's Instagram page, this was his last story.
Oh, yeah. See, he out there going up. Big chains on. Throwing money. Flexing.
She want the rich one, bitch, pick one. It's the gang of us every time.
Going too hard. Going too. See, yeah, you going too hard, man. You going too hard, man.
Hell no, man. What the fuck, man?
You gotta make sure you're with the right people when you're gonna be out there doing all that, man. They're gonna set your ass up every time.
And shortly after, the friend had posted the article on when and how this took place. He said some of this article is false, but the moral of it is he got murdered in PR during a robbery. It quoted, 2 tourists shot in San Juan. A tourist was killed and another was wounded by gunfire early this morning during an alleged robbery at the intersection of Roberto H. Todd and Manuel Fernandez, Jancos Avenue at Stop 18 in Santruz, San Juan. According to preliminary data, at approximately 1:16 a.m., a report of multiple gunshot victims was made through the 911 emergency system. Upon arrival, officers found the 23-year-old man with a gunshot wound to the arm. He was transported to a nearby hospital and is in stable condition.
Damn, so they caught this nigga at the fucking red light? I thought it was at the Airbnb or something. At the red light? Damn.
Meanwhile, the second victim died while receiving medical assistance at a hospital. He was in a Toyota Sienna belonging to the private transport service Uber. If his identity is confirmed, the victim is a 27-year-old man residing in the state of Florida, who along with the injured man had been in Puerto Rico for 3 days. During the robbery, the driver was beaten. It is alleged that he ran from the scene and arrived at the Santruz police station before being transported to a clinic. It is currently unknown how he arrived there. It was the injured victim who drove the vehicle to the local hospital.
Man, hold on. So the driver get out the car and is beaten, but he's able to run off. He didn't get shot. The driver didn't get shot. He's able to run. Boom, I'm gone. But y'all 2 niggas getting shot. You getting killed. You getting shot in the arm. And then what? We didn't confirm that we didn't shoot you in the head to make sure you was dead. We left you there. And then you was able to get in the front seat, hop in the driver's seat, and drive to the hospital. How the hell did you know where the hospital was? But you was able to drive to the hospital, and then the driver came back. Nah, man, something ain't right about your story.
Santruz PV Hospital, quoting, a robbery report surfaced alongside a report of a gunshot victims, and in the end, they were part of the same incident. What the investigation suggests is they were leaving the District Gentlemen's Club and requested an Uber. Later on, they alleged that the victims of a robbery, it was not a carjacking. This is still information that needs to be corroborated. As we head out of here, we do want to say once again, rest in peace to Scoop Banks and love and condolences to his family. Let's make this clear, fam. Puerto Rico isn't some lawless island, and it's not a movie set either. It's a place with real people, real pride, and real problems that didn't come out of nowhere. When you see folks rolling through red lights at night, that's not recklessness. That's adaptation. When people move low-key, that's not fear. That's awareness. And the uncomfortable truth is this: Puerto Rico is America enough to follow U.S. laws, but not American enough to get the same level of protection, resources, or urgency. The gap is where the crime finds oxygen. So if you coming from the mainland thinking island life means carefree nights and flashy living, understand this: respect the land, respect the people, and respect the rules you don't see written down. Because out here, survival isn't loud, it's quiet, observant, and intentional. I'm not here to give you no angle. I'm just here to give you the story, and now you decide how you move from there. Family.
Yeah, man.
This was the story of a rapper from Florida who went to the strip club and unfortunately gunned down leaving after he made himself a target with jewelry, lots of cash, and a flamboyant lifestyle for the night. Let me know.
All right, man. Rest in peace to Buddy, man. Rest in peace to Buddy, man. You know, the rules apply everywhere, man. Watch your back and don't be out here flexing unless you got your shit right. You know what I'm saying? Unless you got your shit on you, at least you can protect yourself. But in this situation, you out the country or you out, you know what I mean? You far from home, you ain't protected, and you drunk, and you in here where, you know, they know you're not from here. So you a piece of meat, man. They looking at you like, hey, these niggas don't know. They slipping. They think it's sweet out here. And, you know, we may go to other places and feel like, this ain't shit. You know where I'm from? You know what I'm saying? Nigga, this Puerto Rico. Nigga, this ain't shit. I'm from Compton, nigga. You know what I'm saying? We have that mentality. Some people, I'm from Texas, nigga. I'm from Miami. I'm from here. And we'll feel like where we from is the ultimate gutter. So anywhere else is sweet to us. Like, we ain't worried about this shit. And then you find out the hard way. You know what I mean? Don't underestimate nobody nowhere. There's a ghetto everywhere. There's gangsters everywhere. And there's killers everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So move properly, move accordingly. And, you know, man, you got to watch your back. Wearing all that jewelry, and it's like an automatic signal for thirsty motherfuckers. Like, you just wearing all this jewelry, throwing all this money, and then on top of that, you smoking weed and you're drinking liquor. So now you wobbly when you walking out the venue. You ain't on your P's and Q's like you should be. You probably thinking about the hoes and chasing pussy. And that's how they catch you slipping every time, man. But let me know what y'all think about this story, man. What should he have done differently? What did he do wrong? What do y'all think about Puerto Rico? For those of you who are from Puerto Rico, or those of you who have been to Puerto Rico, let me know in the comment section. I'm gonna give y'all 2 seconds to smash the like. And as always, get ready for the next reaction.